I mean, with the temperatures we're going to be seeing, it's going to be a great time to go out to a pool and practice your synchronized swimming.
You used to swim back in the day,
I did.
Professionally, semi-professionally. Do you have a few moves you can show us?
You know, I'm not in water right now, so it'd be really hard to.
A little bit of that.
A little bit of this.
Well, like you said, your initial point is that you're going to want to be in some body of water today if you're going to be outside today, because it is going to be very hot. It's going to be very dry. Now, thankfully, we'll be a little bit cooler compared to what we saw over the weekend, but still, it's going to be hot and dry. We'll actually be even hotter into Tuesday, which is going to prompt more critical fire weather. We have that in place for today and tomorrow, and there is actually still a red flag warning in place for eastern Curry County and for Josephine County. It actually goes into effect from 11 p.m. tonight to 8 in the morning on Tuesday, as we'll get some winds coming out of the northeast around the flat fire, which will bring in a lot of dry air. So that could promote some more rapid growth of the flat fire. Let's go ahead and show you what the smoke is going to do over the next couple of days. So we'll put this in motion, and by the time we get to 5 p.m., you can see those winds coming out of the north and west. That'll put a lot of the haze into Siskiyou County, southern portions of Klamath and Lake counties, but clearly the winner or the loser, depending on the way that you think about it, will be Curry County and Del Norte County. That's where the thickest smoke from the flat fire will actually go to. And so that'll be something that those areas will have to deal with overnight and then into Tuesday morning. And you can see as we head into Tuesday afternoon, the thickest smoke will continue to be in Curry County and Del Norte County, but the winds, the upper level winds, will shift out of the south and west. So that'll make haze a little bit more widespread, but the bulk of the air quality impacts are going to continue to be in Curry County, Del Norte County, and a little bit of Humboldt County as well. Let's take things back to the Rogue Valley for today. Here's your playground forecast, and it's going to be a hot one out there. It's going to be a dry one. The good news is that air quality should be pretty good in the Rogue Valleys. Winds will shift out of the northwest a little bit later today, so we could have some haze lingering into the early afternoon hours, but then after that, it's looking like skies will be pretty clear. So for today, we'll have average high temperatures, which means that most of us inland will be near 90 degrees. Of course, we'll be much cooler along the coast, but the coast has its own problems to deal with. The main problem being, of course, some of the smoke from the flat fire. Winds today will mainly gust out of the north and west between 20 to 25 miles per hour along the coast for inland valleys and for areas to the east of the Cascades. And then for this evening, even though the winds will shift out of the northeast and they'll be rather gusty around the flat fire, elsewhere we'll have some pretty calm winds, pretty clear skies, and overnight lows will be fairly mild, near 50 degrees to the east of the Cascades, upper 50s for our west side valleys, and middle 50s along the coast in Curry County. Here's your camping planner over the next few days for the Cascades, and haze will be a little bit more prevalent into Tuesday, and then it's looking like we get much hotter as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. I've said this time and time again, I'm going to say it a lot throughout the course of the summer, but the most reliable smoke model only goes 48 hours out in advance. So we don't really have reliable smoke data for Wednesday or Thursday, and a lot of that hinges on the firefighting effort itself. We get very hot for inland areas for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, near triple digits for the Rogue Valley, and that means that fire fuels will lag behind that a little bit, but we will eventually have more critical fire weather for Friday, Saturday, and for Sunday. Here's the 7-day forecast for the coast. We know at the very least over the next 48 hours that there will be some smoky conditions. The smokiest conditions will be in Curry County over the next couple of days. But then after that, again, beyond 48 hours, it's just really hard to say anything definitive. For Siskiyou County, hazy over the next couple of days, very hot and dry for the next 7 days. And then for the Klamath Basin, we'll also be tracking just a very hot, hazy, and dry pattern. For the Cascades and Siskiyous, we'll see pretty good air quality for today, and then a little bit less good as we head into Tuesday, but just some very light haze. We'll also see some light haze for the Rogue Valley, but I think the big story for the Rogue Valley at least will be the hot and dry weather that we'll have over the next week.